right, we're at Whole Foods here, right, buddy? For a little shopping extravaganza. We definitely shop at Whole Foods, but we don't buy everything from here. So today's video, I think we decided, is going to be the first of several where we'll hit up all the different grocery stores that we play. We got tools here. So today's basically like a kind of a generic rundown of what we typically get, and I'll be very kind of forthcoming with. This is not scripted in any sort of way. I'm just literally going through Whole Foods. It's a Friday morning, and we're gonna go get what we need for the weekend. Come on. Section. Now, one of the big reasons that we come to Whole Foods is the organic produce, and we like these. Yeah, green grapes. Yeah, green grapes are perfect. Those are for later, though. Those are for later. The other thing that we're going to do is berries. So if you're looking at organic versus not organic, one of the places that we do go organic is with berries. They're one of the these are a part of the Dirty Dozen, as are blackberries, which means that they don't clean off very well if they've gotten a bunch of pesticides on them. So I encourage organic berries when you do them. The big thing here is you probably don't need to eat a lot of berries, and eat them when they're in season. Right now they are on sale and in season, so we double down. Right, buddy? Yeah. Cool. So if you're looking for gourmet cooking advice, you're not going to get it here today, but one of the things that we do to always have our kitchen stocked with some sort of vegetables, we go through a lot of cabbage, and it's relatively inexpensive. It's like $1 for a huge head, and this will feed like 3 or 4 people. So I'll get I know. So I'll get a couple heads of this. You like cabbage? Uh-oh, it's empty. I know, we better get some more. So I'll get a couple heads of cabbage. We'll do beef and cabbage. We'll do cabbage by itself. We'll do cabbage and tomato. Cabbage just with cabbage. It's delicious. What else? Oh, cauliflower. This is the nice one. So one of my big things with produce is not buying a bunch of stuff and then seeing what you're going to do with it. I like to have a specific plan. So with this stuff, what do we do with our cauliflower? Yeah, we cut it and then we'll bake it. So literally in the next day or two, we'll cut it, bake it. That way it'll keep for 3 or 4 days versus letting it get moldy in your fridge. Yeah, we got 2. What else? Carrots. I know, there's nothing in there. Carrots, these we use for the little guys. We'll steam them and then make them nice and soft. You like carrots, right? Yeah, we love carrots. Yeah. It's gone, I know. All right. Huge fan of Brussels sprouts. The catch with these is you've got to have time to cut them. So it's Friday, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to have some time this weekend to cut those up and kind of do some prep work. I'll either do them on a skillet with bacon or we'll bake them. Yeah. So if we might bake some cauliflower, we might bake some Brussels sprouts with them at the same time. You want a peach? Duke said he wants a peach, so we're going to grab a peach. Where are the peaches? Which one? Which one? This one? This one? Here. We're not going to eat it, though. We're not going to eat it right now. You can put that in the cart, please. Yeah, cool. Fun thing about bringing him to shop is hopefully these are going to be really good. You're going to eat these like today, right? These are a little yeah. These are a little fruit monger, but it's fun to kind of have him involved in the shopping experience. Time will tell, but hopefully the more involved he is now, the more he'll be encouraged to eat kind of a wide variety of food as we go along. Nanas. Yeah, right now nanas are pretty important, aren't they? Pina. Here. Pina. You want some pina? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll get some pina. Here you go. Hey, please help. Please help. Okay. Banana. I know, we'll get bananas. So we're grabbing some avocados right now. And this is one of the places, so typically I try to do organic everywhere I can, but this is one of the places where I actually just do regular because they're a fruit that has skin. The toxic stuff, the pesticides and herbicides and glyphosates don't do as good of a job penetrating the skin. So we go without organic on avocados to save like 50 cents per avocado. Which one do you want? Yeah. Which one? Nana. Nanas. Okay. Yeah. All right. So these are a staple of our household right now. We like bananas, don't we? We love bananas, yeah. Bananas are awesome for kids, not so much for adults. Try to kind of steer clear of them. However, these little guys can handle them right now. Yeah. All right. Probably one of my favorite things in the entire store are these little Hannah, I don't know if I should be telling you this, the Hannah sweet potatoes. They cook and they look like a white potato, but they taste like a sweet potato. They're incredibly delicious. And what we'll do is we'll cook a whole bunch of them. These are a nice size. Here you go, help please. These are a really nice size. So you can cook a whole bunch of them at a time. We'll literally cook a dozen in a stretch and then have them throughout the week. We can then reheat them or just eat them cold, which I typically do. If you heat them and then let them cool, here you go. They become a resistant starch, so they don't spike your blood sugar the way a warm potato would be. So it's kind of a nice little hack if you're trying to go keto or low carb. All right, so I just decided that we're gonna make a soup this weekend because football, it's not fall yet, but football is on. So I'm gonna do this little butternut squash soup. It's stupid simple. I do two of these little butternut squashes, throw them in an Instant Pot with a couple red onions. Literally just throw this all in a pot. You've had it before, haven't you? With a couple red onions. I'll use about half that bag of carrots that I had before, and I'll do an entire clove of garlic. Throw some coconut oil, some bone broth, done, salt, pepper, absolutely delicious, and it kind of tastes like fall. All right, we're at one of my favorite parts of the store is the bacon department. Do we like bacon? Who likes bacon? Okay, I like to get the bacon that's uncured. There's less sugar. There's no nitrates or nitrites. I always just gravitate to this brand. I like them, the Applewood smoked bacon. There's like a paleo-friendly one on here. There's a couple sugar-free ones. Here's my thing with that. If you're eating sugar-free bacon, that means you don't have sugar anywhere else in your world. Congratulations, that's awesome. If bacon is your primary source of sugar, you're eating too much bacon. So little bit of sugar is not horrible as long as we have bacon one time a week, and that's on Sundays. Oh. Sweet. So these just jumped out at me. These are actually on our list. We'll do chicken nuggets every now and again. When we do these, and I'll talk about pizza in a little bit, when we do these kind of binge or unhealthy foods, we try to at least keep them somewhat healthy. So we'll do gluten-free. I like these Applegate. I mean, these are literally what I was looking for, and they happen to just jump out at me. So if you're going to do, unhealthy food, try to make it somewhat healthy, I suppose, and kind of keep you on the right track. And you're supporting, quality agriculture. What? So we literally just rolled through the meat aisle. We are going to get some deli turkey here in a second, but I eat a good amount of red meat, but we buy a cow or like a half cow or quarter cow ahead of time, and we just keep that in our freezer. So we'll eat, how many times a week we'll eat beef? We'll eat beef a couple times a week, sometimes a lot of nights a week, sometimes maybe one night a week. But I'm passing the meat aisle, not because I'm not getting meat, but because we already have it at home. You get Egg Monster? Cool. Big fan of these Vital Farms eggs. What you're looking for in an egg, if you can get it from a farmer or a friend or somebody who raises chickens, that's kind of ideal. But what you're looking for are like big, fat, orange yolks that kind of stand up they stand up on the pan, and those Vital Farms do exactly that. So meat-wise, we talked about organic, non-organic. We only go for like free-range or organic meat. So these, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Distill, they make kind of a nice little organic turkey bit. They're expensive enough that you won't eat a whole bunch of this stuff, but it's nice for the little guys. Do you roll these up? Do you do little turkey rolls? Yeah, you do a little turkey roll? Yeah, they like a little turkey roll. Have that a time or two a week. Cool. All right, so every now and again we'll do a smoothie, a fruit smoothie in the house. And we'll do berries and cherries. I mean, you pick any flavor you like. Just know that fruit is designed to be eaten when the days are longer and the sun is brighter. and when your activity levels are high. So if you have high activity levels and there's a tremendous amount of sunshine, a fruit smoothie is probably okay, but in December, January, February, you know, it's not ideal if you're trying to you know, maintain the waistline. And then this little guy, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we could go through here, but what are we getting right now? Pizza. We're getting pizza. So we'll do pizza. Probably, what do we do, once a week? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, big pizza fan, as am I. But as we were talking before, we try to kind of mitigate the damage, and we'll do you know, we'll do these gluten-free pizzas. They're, you know, either the against the grain or these Udis. These are kind of nice. And we'll get a couple of these little bad boys, you know, to have as not maybe the whole meal, but have as part of the meal. Typically on Fridays, right? Yeah, a little bit of pizza. A little bit of pizza. Just a little bit. Okay. Yep. This is one of our favorite aisles in the store. This is the chip and cracker aisle, right? Chips and crackers. What we've been gravitating towards lately are these little, they're called paleo puffs, but by definition, anything that's called paleo is probably not real food. Nonetheless, these are awesome. They're like, I don't know if you remember, I grew up with Cheetos. These like literally remind me of Cheetos. And do you want a couple Cheetos? Yeah, we'll pop a couple of these out. There you go. So they're literally these little like Cheeto looking things. And they're fun to little snack on in the store. Yeah, maybe have a couple of them. We'll have a couple on the way home. So cassava flour, grain-free, healthy-ish if you're talking about like, you know, those type of snacks. And hopefully I'm not just like advocating like cheat foods, but it's kind of part of life is navigating through that stuff. And then the other thing that we'll do is we'll get a bag or two of these same type of deal. They're cassava flour, so they're not gonna wreck your system, and they're made with avocado oil, which is healthier than any of the like the polyunsaturated oils like sunflower oil and cottonseed oil, which you'll see in a lot of these chips or crackers, which we try to steer clear of because they're super inflammatory. Last little bit here is the sweets, and you know, you're gonna have a sweet tooth every now and again. You might as well give yourself like a healthier outlet or healthy-ish outlet, and we do any kind of like super intense dark chocolate. So there's a bunch of brands in here that I haven't done. Out of habit, I just come back to these green and blacks. I like them. They seem to not kind of, you know, mess us up too much, and it's just that little bit of sweetness that you might want after a dinner to kind of wet your whistle. So I was about to roll out of here, and then I realized I needed some bone broth. However, I'm finding that our bone broth is out of stock. So for our little soup that we're gonna do this weekend, we're just gonna do some organic free range. You'll find low sodium stuff. I don't want low sodium, I want the full boat. And they only have one because people are getting smart and buying the right stuff, which is unfortunate because I wanted free range bone broth, which is a little bit more rich. It's gone. We'll deal with this right now. This stuff's great. It's really expensive. It's like you got to pick your battles here a little bit. This is what I'm going to use. If I had the other stuff, which would be the bone broth, I'll actually drink that. And then we had that for dinner last night. Remember, after dinner we had the bone broth. Remember, kids love it. Okay. So that's a typical trip at Whole Foods for the Rowleys. It's not a comprehensive list. We get a bunch of things at Costco. We get a bunch of things at Natural Grocers. We'll get stuff at Aldi. We'll run down to Hen House. But this is kind of like our specialty item list from Whole Foods. So hopefully you find a little bit of value in kind of what we're after. And you know, this is us being incredibly transparent about, yes, throwing a little bit of pizza in our cart. As well as a whole bunch of cabbage and some Brussels sprouts. So have an awesome day. Please reach out if you have any questions. And if you'd like to see us do another store, we'd be more than welcome. I'll take this guy grocery shopping anywhere.